because they so scared of saying that Jesus Christ didn't suffer as much as those black people, right? They too scared to say that, so they gonna just side with that because
I don't think they scared. I think it's an unknown.
No, I think they scared.
I think it's I can't. That's why I was on the fence because I can't put myself in his shoes to realize. Well, you got the whole humanity.
None of us can. Yeah, you can't put it in no shoes.
What we know.
Okay, so this what you just said leads to my next question that I'm gonna ask. So, if I gave you a list, I put list 1 and list 2, no names at the top.
There you go.
And I list all the shit slaves went through and all the shit Jesus. You know who I was referring to.
Right. That's
who would you say suffered the most if I put that list together?
Yeah.
And if I put that list together, I promise you, without you knowing that it's Jesus over here and slaves over here, you gonna pick them goddamn slaves.
Yeah.
That don't mean Jesus' sacrifice ain't big.
That's why I say it's a different question.
Because I tell you this, the thing that makes Jesus' sacrifice bigger than the slaves is that he knows that he has to endure this for the people to prosper from what he did. He knows going in, I have to suffer for this shit, right?
For y'all to live.
But that don't mean the actual things that happened to him are greater than what happened to these slaves.
And the topic is subjective, don't.
Right?
It's subjective.
So it's no right or wrong.
Well, there is a right or wrong answer.
I mean, to his point, like, if he feels like, or he's on the fence, he feels it was equal or whatever, who am I to say that he wrong?
Me?
But you don't know what he went through.
What we going by what we know he went through.
Yeah, but it's bigger than that.
Well, it's bigger than that for the slaves too, because you don't know what they went through either if you don't use that logic.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's why you can't really balance
it. You telling him
no.
to measure suffrage. His measurement of suffrage might be different than other people.
Okay. So let's go with what you just said right there. Again, the same list with no names on there, and I say, nigga, you finna suffer. Which one you want?
Which one you gonna go to?
We going by what we know.
Exactly.
That's the question about that. Then
what else do we have to go by?
But it's always unknown, man.
No, but we're not saying unknown. We going by what we know.
If you saying that, then
if it's unknown, you don't know the shit happened.
Slavery is gonna always be
correct.
Okay, so to your point, if people get in here and comment and people say that we are idiots or whatever,
then they gonna say it.
You know what they gonna do? They gonna share this shit with everybody else, see what you think. I don't care. Let them. I like it.
But see, but hold on. The thing that they looking at though is that they know we talking about Jesus versus slaves.
What I'm about to say.
Again,
why do you feel like they gonna respond that way?
Because again, if I put those names up there, now it's too late to do the shit. But if I was to do that before we had this conversation, I said, rape your wife, make you work for 400 years and shit. Take your kids away from them, hang you, all this kind of shit. And then I put the shit that Jesus went through, which is horrible shit too, don't get me wrong.
Right.
But I can promise you, those lists, when you look at them with no names at the top, that slave list is worse.
The sins of humanity, though, man.
That's sacrifice, though.
That is. He knows what he's going
Sacrifice is suffering.
So sacrifice ain't suffering?
No, but this the problem.
Would you say his suffering is more impactful?
Yes, no doubt.
Okay.
Because that's the point. But we're talking about, the question is who suffered the most.
Yeah.
So we're not talking about which one was more impactful. There's no doubt his is more impactful. But when you look at what Jesus is doing, he knows that there's an end point to his shit.
Yeah.
These slaves have no end point in sight.
But I'm saying, but that's how some people gonna think.
But this is
that Jesus, his suffering is more impactful.
And that's fine.
And that's
but we're not asking that question though.
I understand, but that's how some people might interpret.
But they need to. We're not talking about that. So that's what I'm telling you. This is not a question about what's more impactful. This is a question strictly about who suffered the most.
I'm on on your side.
That's it. Well, stay on there. That's stay on there.
Calm down.
No!
We on your side.
Put a drink, man.
I got one here. The question is strictly about the
devil's
son.
advocate here.
This is the beauty.
Because you, by your own admission, you know people gonna say, Jesus.
Yeah, I know.
I'm just,
Absolutely.
I'm just
Because
But that's the beauty of the conversation, right?
Because
you're gonna have people with different perspectives.
that's why I said subjective.
but that's what I'm telling you. There is no different perspective. The perspective is.
You gonna say
I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why. There is no perspective. This is what I'm telling you.
Man, you just like a coke dude, and you gonna make them understand. Make your shit right.
Marcus know what I'm talking about. Because
No, he don't.
Mark, do you understand?
No, he don't. You better not fuck around and get his ass.
Let him finish what he's saying.
Exactly. Because this is what I'm saying. The perspective is, if you're a religious person, you feel like in this conversation, if you say the slaves, you feel like you betraying Jesus.
Yeah.
Right? So, and that's what I'm saying.
I ain't never felt that. My decision.
But some people will.
Some people
But that's my point. Because now you're looking at it from a standpoint of, you know that it's Jesus that we're talking about. Instead of this list that I just said, if you take the names off the top and list the shit.
If you just put different markers on one list and whatever, they gonna pick. You know what I'm saying? That's how it goes.
They gonna pick who got the most shit on their side.
changed the topic.
No, we haven't.
No, initially it was who suffered more, slaves or Jesus.
Correct. That's the question.
But if you put the list up there with no names, then that changes the topic.
How does that change the
That's
topic?
bias.
Yeah.
Now you gonna look at, so if you got two.
Are y'all insane?
That changed the topic, Cliff.
Because if you say,
Because you changed the name.
I go to Marcus and say, Marcus,
I didn't expect this from you, Cliff. Come on.
we have a
dog.
question.
Right.
Who suffered more, slaves or Jesus? Jesus. Well, I'm saying slaves or Jesus,
Okay,
right?
why does that change the topic?
But people gonna pick based on that. But
look,
now you're saying we just have a list up there.
We just so people won't be biased on their answer.
Exactly.
So people won't be biased on their
Exactly.
answer. That's why you said that.
But people already know what the fucking question is.
So you telling me
We know.
your list is gonna be the same as everybody else's list, is what you saying?
No, I'm saying we gonna list all the shit that we know. That's what I'm telling you. We gonna list everything we know. We got a Bible, right? We can tell you.
Okay, so if you go to the Bible and you say, this man was, this person was nailed to a cross,
Right.
taken up the Calvary,
Yeah.
died. People don't know who the fuck you talking about?
No, because you can frame it a different way.
You can say what you can put because you can say two slaves did this because that was more than one slave
Correct.
was put on the
Correct.
cross too.
Correct.
And birthed and whipped and all that.
Yeah.
And you can just so you can do it
You
that
can
way.
frame
So
it.
how do you know everybody know what happened to slaves?
We gonna list the shit. What are you talking about?
No. I'm just saying, you get somebody who know about slavery,
Okay.
but they don't know the whole concept of what it took for that. They're gonna have a different perspective.
You still missing the whole point. Because the point is this.
No, your point is the way you think about.
He's saying
slavery.
somebody don't know or never read anything about slaves, but they know about Jesus. I guess that's what you're trying to say.
I'm saying it's a different perspective from different people. You gonna have a half and half.
No.
Everybody, if you put up a list on anything and then you take away what people already know, then you giving them a B fucking choice. This is a multiple choice question. Don't make it a multiple choice question. Make it who you think, Jesus or slavery, and then let them make the decision.
This is what I'm saying.
I'm not on his side.
You said, so if you and Chris went through some shit, and so your shit might be like, you probably got shot, he might have got burned. Everybody don't fucking know.
Like Bernie, girl.
Well, you can do that with marriage.
Oh, go
Just what I went through with my marriage, he went through with his marriage. We both got divorced.
So your divorce was worse than his divorce, but if you put the shit up there, then yeah, no, I totally understand what you're saying. if my perspective is, if I'm writing a fucking thesis, and it's about slavery,
Okay.
I'm gonna put what I felt slavery was.
Okay.
Then somebody else put a thesis up on Jesus. How are you gonna say your shit is better than your thesis is better than the slavery thesis?
Let me explain this.
That's all I'm saying.
And I'm
But
thinking,
you can't, in one hand, say the topic is subjective. Then on the other hand, say, well, you gotta choose this one. Well, then it ain't subjective.
no, I'm
That's
not.
where I'm going with. I'm just saying. You 10 toes down on how you feel.
No, what I'm 10 toes down is on the fact that somebody knows you talking about Jesus, so they gonna choose that because they know it's Jesus. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I said.
But that's not subjective. That means you're showing favoritism towards what you believe. Correct.
No.
Yes.
It's subjective because if two people look at it, some people go, one person might select that, one person might select that.
Because
that makes it subjective.
You really are missing. You really are missing the point.
I don't think it's the point being missed. I think the conversation we're having is really good.
I'm loving it.
On
Me
the
too.
ideas of what we're saying.
You missing the point though, because
Now I'm missing the point. You can't tell me I'm missing the point. That's the way you think. I can say you missing the point.
no. What I'm telling you is,
You know me.
I ain't even said shit yet. I ain't even said shit yet.
You already know. You already have a way you thinking.
No.
They're saying fuck what I'm thinking.
No, what I'm telling you is, if I list a set of shit that happened to 2 different people, and this list got 10 different
You
shit.
damn right that list gonna win.
Exactly.
That's what we talking about.
That's what we talking about. That's exactly what we're talking
That's
about.
what we talking about. I mean, because maybe I'm
I don't
fucked
know what
up.
we fucking talking about.
I can tell you. I can tell you.
How y'all missing this?
Exactly. I don't understand it either.
If I put a list of my
Oh,
marriage,
you saying they gonna pick that list because there's more things on there?
No, because it's worse
things on there.
Okay, so you saying,
But no,
man, listen, man, I'm not disagreeing. I'm saying
That's what I'm saying. I'm not
worse.
disagreeing either.
That's why we talking about this.
Listen to what I'm saying.
I'm gonna listen. Like, explain it to me like I'm 2 years old.
You poll 1 million. How many people in the motherfucking United States of America?
300 and something million.
At least 300.
If you poll everybody in the United States of America, you know for sure everybody gonna pick your list.
This is what I'm saying.
That's what it sounds like you're saying.
That makes it
I'm gonna tell you. Let me have this one right
I'm
quick.
going to tell you what I'm
Let me
saying.
say this here. I'm gonna say this.
Everybody gonna pick that list.
No. Everybody.
You know for sure.
No, we're not saying that.
No, that is not what we saying.
I'm not saying that. He's not saying that. What we're
That
saying.
sounds like what the fuck I'm saying.
No, what we're saying is if I put a list up and 2 lists, right? And this list is obviously worse than what this other person would do, and you pick the other person,
Yeah.
you're not real with yourself. To me,
You can't be.
Can't be.
Because
You can't be.
If you feel that way, don't say it's subjective. That's all I'm saying.
This is what I'm saying.
Okay.
This is what I'm saying.
And that's what you said.
This is what I'm saying, Cliff. It is subjective when you put the names up there. It's not gonna be subjective when you take them off.
That's why you changed the rule.
exactly.
Change what rule?
You changed it.
If you change it from Jesus
you saying you put the
to
names up there,
slaves,
now you
if
put
you
the
put
names
Cliff and
up.
Marcus up there, it's different now.
Yes,
That's
so,
changing the whole dynamic of the topic.
to a degree.
That is a private fucking individual way of thinking. When you say let's say we go outside right fucking now and we got 2 people. Hey, come here. We gonna ask them the same fucking question.
Right.
You got to deal with what the fuck they say is what I'm saying.
Correct.
But the reason he changed it like that is
I ain't no goddamn
to
Fit his narrative.
That's why you changed it. You can get the
No,
data.
talking.
No.
it to change
No,
the narrative.
it doesn't change the narrative. So basically, if you take any kind of thing and you on a certain side, and I tell you that this is what happened on both sides, you gonna choose the side you like.
I tell you what.
That's what I'm telling you.
I tell you what.
And that takes the subjectivity out of
We
it.
getting ready to run this motherfucker to the damn time.
Yes,
we gonna have to get some feedback.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna have to give us some feedback. The world
But
gonna have to
yeah,
give us
we need y'all to
feedback
get put in
what
on
we
this.
think.
This is the feedback.
Damn it, I want to know.
Because this the
But you
feedback.
saying you right.
I know I'm right. That's the fucked up part. This you can't say that, throw down. I just said it. And this is what I'm telling you.
Yeah.
This is what I'm telling you. When they look at this, you are gonna have people on the Jesus side. No doubt about it.
Exactly.
But most of and it's never gonna be 100% to 0%.
That's all I was saying.
I'm not saying it's ever gonna be
That's
that.
what I was
Because
saying.
in a past
we know that.
podcast, I brought up the Hitler thing with 6 million Jews dying, and I said if we had a vote, it should be 100% on I'm against 6 million Jews dying, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you're not gonna get that because you have racist people. So some of them are gonna say they should die because they blood suckers and they this and they that.
Yeah.
That's the point I'm making here. What I'm saying is when you take labels off of things, if you take the labels off of shit, most people, and it still ain't gonna be 100%, but it's gonna be a vast majority on the side of what's evil and what's not in that particular case. They're gonna vote more honestly, not knowing who these people
But
are.
both are evil.
Correct. But what I'm saying is you're gonna vote, but we're saying what's most evil. Like you said in the Trump conversation. You got to vote for the lesser of two evils, right?
Yes.
But still, what did the most people vote for? The evil. That's why he's in office right now. So what I'm telling you is, if you listed those things about Trump, we can take it to Trump. And you didn't know it was Trump. And I'll even say I switched them. And I put all of the shit Trump do under Kamala and put Kamala shit under Trump. Everybody would be like, and if they didn't know, they'd say Trump was the best.
But Chris, what you saying is true.
I know it's true.
Look, I'm gonna tell you this. I've seen the exact thing that you're saying.
Correct.
People that went out on the street.
People are biased is the basic point that I'm
I get
making.
that. But I'm saying people that went out on the street and said, hey, if somebody was a convicted felony of 34, would you hire them? And they said no. Then they say, well, so you're a Trump supporter? Yes. Well, Trump was
Exactly. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about.
Then they say, oh well,
Correct.
that was
Yes.
Now you
change the narrative though.
The narrative is not
I thought you
changed.
were saying that everybody was gonna pick.
No, it's never gonna be.
That's all I was saying.
No, it's never gonna be.
Everybody
It's never
not
gonna be
pick
100%.
this. And I thought that's what G was saying. Everybody not gonna pick this.
That's where I was going.
That's all I was saying.
It's never gonna be
That's
100%. It's never gonna be 100%.
What we was trying to say is,
I keep saying the same.
But Chris, you can't say you right though.
No, this is what I'm telling you. It's really not subjective if you picking based on biases.
Exactly.
That's what I'm trying to tell
Exactly.
you. You're picking because you are biased to something. That's not subjective.
Right.
It's subjective by the basic definition of subjectivity. But what I'm telling you is, if you take that off,
Every decision you make is based on some type of bias or some
On
type
how
of
you was
belief.
raised or what you
oh
think.
my God.
How you come to a conclusion or a decision about something without having a belief or a bias?
You have to
against it?
stand for something.
yeah,
You don't think basic?
You think people just arrive at decisions just on the whim?
You don't think? No, they don't.
they don't.
It's learned behavior. But what I'm telling you is, basic humanity. And again, like I keep saying, it's never going to be 100 to 0. That's never going to happen on any subject.
That's all I'm saying.
I can pull down my drawers point this camera and say Gerald did it, and then tell everybody to vote, and some of them gonna say, I think Gerald did.
They are. I get that.
But that's not subject. You just saw my ass let a fart out. You just saw that, and that's what I'm saying. You just saw my ass let the fart out. But you gonna say, I believe Gerald. It's some motherfucker gonna say it. Now to the average motherfucker that has a logical mind, they gonna say, well, the nigga I just saw his ass move before that.
Well, that's just like saying if you go to Mark and say 1 + 1 is 2, and you go to Gerald and say 1 + 1 is 3. That's not subjective. That's fucking right and wrong.
Not according to what we just went over earlier in this podcast.
Y'all conflating right and wrong with being subjective.
No, we're not conflating right and wrong. What we're doing is the biases of
correct.
Is what we're
You're missing the whole concept of bias. Because basic humanity knows what is right and wrong.
So if you don't have the names on the list,
correct.
What makes it biased if someone's selected Jesus list?
Because they stupid.
See, how you so strong?
Clear. You got a girlfriend, right? Clear, you got a woman, right?
Oh my God.
You got a woman. Clear.
That's the bias because they stupid.
Correct. If I give you a list, if I put rape, hanging, take your kid, sell you, all this kind of shit over here, and then I put a list over here that say he was slapped and mentally abused over here.
Well, maybe somebody says, shit, I'd rather be this than hung on the fucking cross. I'm not saying I believe that, but maybe somebody will.
Of course,
That's okay. That's all I'm saying.
But that's why I'm saying.
I think we saying the same thing.
To a degree.
It's just going
to
around.
To a degree. Because what I'm trying to say is, that is not logical to say somebody puts a list of something that is obviously
the logical way of doing it is to put a list.
And when one list is obviously worse than the other list, and you decide that the list is not worse, that does not make sense to a logical person.
What you saying is it. If somebody got to listen, if
it should be obvious.
No. I totally get what you're saying. If I'm hiring somebody, listen. If I'm hiring
but I'm just speaking.
He's so point blank on what he's saying. That's my dilemma with it. But what I'm saying is, I'm getting ready to hire somebody, and then we got this list. This motherfucker over here. Dude A got 34 felonies. This dude's squeaky clean. Then you gonna say, well, I'm gonna get the 34 felony nigga. That's stupid.
Correct.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what he's saying. It's just like right now.
I get that.
Right, if I stood up against Gerald, right, and y'all had to vote, like, we for the box. Ain't no fucking way y'all put up a box.
It'll be a motherfucker that will.
See, in your scenario,
it's not logical.
What if
and that's the point I'm making.
Nigga with 34 felonies had fraud, running a red light. Well, that ain't a felony. But, fraud, domestic violence. But this nigga had one felony, child molestation. So you gonna tell me some people not gonna select that one? Because they feel that is worse than that?
I'm telling you.
They may have went through child molestation or got convicted of it, but they didn't do it.
And
they didn't do it.
Did y'all not hear me when I said it's never going to be 100 to 0?
But that's what I was saying. How many times have I said that?
How many times did I say that?
He said,
did I say it ain't going to be 100 to 0?
Here's what confuses this club. We all know that it's not going to be 100%. What Chris is trying to say is, the ones that's on the other side, not to say it's stupid, but when it's obvious.
No, he said that.
No, I said that about the other list. What I'm saying is on the Jesus thing is they're going to be biased by the fact that Jesus' name is at the top. That's what I'm saying. That's why
that makes it biased.
And that's
but you said your list don't have names.
Yes, and I said when it's obvious that this has more pain on it than this side, you have to be stupid to pick the other side.
That's what he said.
You have to be.
Once again.
Just like you gotta be stupid to say, me and him finna get in the ring, and somebody gonna pick me to put him in a boxing match.
Somebody gonna pick it though.
All I'm saying is,
that's how people are.
I'm saying is,
I'm not disagreeing with that.
All I'm saying
I got the fans time behind this bad game. I got this.
is I agree that the slave list is
I'm on your
worse
ass.
than the Jesus.
I agree with that.
I agree with
Well,
that.
you didn't agree at first. You said you was on the fence.
Because
What I'm saying is, it's obvious to me that list.
But some
is
people- right.
But to some people, it's not gonna be obvious. You can't just say
understand
it's
that.
obvious to everybody.
Okay, so let me try to round this shit up. Okay, let me round this shit up. Because I already have said.
Because people are not a monolith. We don't all think the fucking same.
And that is why I said it's never going to be 100-0. I keep saying that. How many times you think I said
I
that?
can't count.
I've said it a million times.
You have said it a million times, but then you piggyback that by saying the motherfucker that select that is stupid.
He is stupid.
But then,
He is stupid. That don't mean he ain't going to pick
how
it.
you gonna tell that man what he believe?
Yeah, that's what let me tell you how. You stupid. That's how. But what I'm trying to tell you is some shit to a logical brain does not make sense. That don't mean somebody doesn't have an illogical brain to pick the shitty side of something.
Yeah.
We had an election, I want to say it was 40 years ago, about 911. Before we had 911, people voted on if we should have 911, a thing that you can call to get service to help you. Now, when they had this debate about what the 911 was going to do, we all know what it does, right? They told them it's not going to cost you a dime. Not going to cost you a dime, right?
Right.
Do you know some people voted no?
Yeah.
Is that logical?
Fuck no.
I agree.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
When you put a list of shit that is obviously worse and a list that ain't, and somebody picked this side, you can't be making a sane choice. You're just going by your, and again, you're gonna have a bias. So like when you said child molestation is over here, right? And this is where I'm half-ass agreeing with you. Child molestation over here, but it ain't over here. But you got a whole list of shit that's just as and all that shit. But because this motherfucker know he was molested, he picks this side. Right? But to everybody else that hadn't had any of these things happen to them, they gonna look at this list and say, well, this is way worse. But the motherfucker that's been molested is gonna say, man, molestation, I think that ranks over all this shit because this is what happens to me, which again falls under the label of bias.
It is a bias.
That's what I'm saying.
But the list we talking about, people today ain't never went through slavery.
Well, hold on.
People today ain't never been nailed to a cross.
That's right. But you got to understand, like, when it comes
So
to...
where's the bias is what I
The bias is what you've been taught because everybody's
the
following
names
Jesus.
are not there.
Hold on.
You just said the names are not there.
This is what
we did that for a reason.
but still, if some shit is on this side that might have happened to you or you can relate to more, whatever, you still may pick that side. And I go
They
you
still,
and
they still might pick
I
the
go
slavery
you
side.
one better, and I'm not sure if it's on Netflix or where I looked at it. It might be Prime. They had slavery as recent as 2016 in Mississippi. I don't know if you've seen this documentary. They still had niggas in slavery. So if you put that list up there and some of them motherfuckers vote on it, they may vote on the slavery side because that's what happened to them.
I understand
These
that.
are still biases when you're doing that. And that's the same bias that I'm talking about. If you so connected to Jesus that I just don't want to feel like I'm betraying Jesus, so I'm going to vote on this side. And that's what I'm saying. It's never going to be 100-1, like I said with 911. Who the fuck going to vote for? We're offering you a service that will give you help by just dialing 3 numbers to come to your house, save your motherfucking life, and tell you there's not going to be a tax on it, and you say, nah.
Well, see, to that point, you can say people that want to defund the police department, right?
That's just stupid, though.
That's stupid, right?
Exactly.
But let's say,
They voted for
my
it.
point is this. would you rather have the police, and we spoke about police brutality in the beginning. Mm-hmm. Now, would you rather have the police active or inactive?
Active, of course.
But you're going to have some people that say, hell to the now until they need them.
Correct.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's going to always be a different discussion on how people feel about the cops. Because I've been in a situation where I've met people, man, and some of them might say, if we outside right now and the cop drive by, and there's 6 people out there, one of them might say, man, I don't like that shit. Then you're going to have 4 and say, no, I like that. Because what you see is safety.
Yeah.
Right now, what you're saying is the reason I like it is that prevents somebody from coming and rob my shit because they see a presence.
And what I'm saying is, I'm not saying it's not subjective, but when your subjectivity is based on a bias rather than the actual list, it kind of defeats the subjectivity because you're not really looking at the list as a whole. You're looking at it as what relates to me. And that's what I'm saying. So like using your example of the cops, right? Say some cops come down the street and you got a nigga and a white boy there. The nigga might take off running.
He might.
But the white boy gonna say, shit, fuck that. How many times you seen the white people just curse the law out and don't nothing happen to them, right? Yeah. So their perception of the police is these are great guys.
They come to help.
Yes. Well, niggas are saying this nigga gonna plant something on me or beat my ass or whatever.
Now you get into a whole different perspective because whenever we in some type of issue, I'd rather not call the cops because I figure it's gonna go wrong for the black man. If it's a white
depending on what the issue is.
Depending on what the issue is. You refuse to do it because you know when they get here, they gonna look at me a certain way because that's on how we grew up, on knowing the cop is already getting ready to say, he done did something. Let me go out there.
Because this is how people are.
Right.
And the subjectivity comes in when you are not real about what's going on. And that's basically what I'm trying to say. Like when I was talking about Trump. Who in their right fucking mind would vote for that man? But they did.
They did.
Yeah.
And this is what I'm saying. Do you think that's logical?
Nah, that destroyed me.
That's what I'm saying. And that's what I'm saying. When you get a list, now if it's something that's kind of close, I can see where somebody says, I'm going to go over here. And the other nigga says, I'm going to go over here.
Yeah.
Kamala and Donald Trump, it's obvious what's better. It's obvious. But yet this nigga's in the White House.
Because what I grew up believing
and that's what I'm trying to say here.
I saw and heard and read everything that man was saying. I already knew it was bullshit because of his past. All he do is lie.
Exactly.
He's not telling the truth.
And with all that information, these motherfuckers still voted. That's what
that fucked me up. I ain't gonna lie.
Hence the 911 thing I'm talking about. So you gonna say, now, I don't need nobody to save me. They ain't gonna toss me nothing, but fuck it, I want to risk it.
Now that's
that's what I'm saying.
That's stupid.
That's what I'm saying.
Really?
And see, you use the word stupid, like the same word I use.
Because the thing is if it's something that's put in place to help you when your life is in danger, you should go for that.
Correct.
It ain't costing you nothing.
Correct. But it was the niggas that voted no. And when I say niggas this time, I'm talking about people. I ain't talking about black folks. Niggas voted no for this shit. And how you gonna vote no for some shit that's obviously there to help you, but people gonna do it? And that's what I'm saying. It should not be subjective on certain things. Some things are obvious. That's all I'm saying.
Subjectivity just means there's no right or wrong.
But that's what I'm telling you. There is a wrong in this case.
But that's your opinion, and that's fine. If someone says child molestation is wrong, but then this person says right, well, most people can agree that that's fucking wrong.
That's all I'm saying.
There's no subjectivity to that.
That's all I'm saying.
If you're saying that this list is worse than this list, that's subjective.
Okay,
Let me see your bottle. I need some strong shit.
Using your same theory.
These niggas here, man.
Using your same theory.
I don't start drinking mine.
They gonna drive me to drink.
I don't even need no ice.
Using your same theory, if those same people, some people say it's not wrong. Using your theory, that's subjective. For them to say molestation is not wrong. Using the theory that you put out in front of us today, that's saying that those people are just being subjective.
People can agree.
That's the point that I'm making here.
That is wrong.
Correct. That's what I'm saying.
That's two different things.
No, it's not. When you say, if you gonna sit here and
so let's say, if we say Marcus' shirt is nice, but somebody else say that shirt is ugly.
That's subjective. That's subjective.
Yeah. But there's right or wrong to whether
correct. But there is
a right or wrong to child molestation.
Correct.
But it ain't no right or wrong to what.
When something is obvious, bro.
Exactly.
Why is it so obvious?
Why is it so
I'm just saying.
But y'all saying it's obvious based on y'all standards.
I'm saying it's obvious.
Okay. So let's go with what you just said. Child molestation. You saying everybody think it's wrong, right?
I'm sure you don't get a high percentage of that.
Okay, but hold on a minute. What's your definition of child molestation?
A grown motherfucker fucking a child.
A child of what age?
Young.
No, fuck young. Give me an age.
6 years old.
Okay, that's the age. So if they fuck somebody 7, it's cool.
Nope.
So what's your age then?
But see,
so it ain't 6. What's your age?
It's under 18.
Okay. Let me tell you.
So you can if I say 70, you say 8.
No. Because what I'm finna tell you is, do you know how many Americans go to Thailand and fuck 12 years olds because it's legal to do so over there?
Yeah.
Okay. So when you put that child molestation thing up there and you say, is it okay to fuck somebody 13? The motherfucker that went over there and fucked a 12-year-old might say it's okay because he ain't got to be held accountable for his vote because he voting on what he thinks.
But that's what he knows.
Exactly. That's the point I'm making. That is the point I'm making. No. When you get two lists and one is obviously worse, I'm saying it's obviously worse, and you're going to sit here and say that one ain't worse because of your biases. That's what the point that I'm making. You don't understand what I'm saying?
All I'm saying is the narrative keep changing.
Exactly.
No, it's not.
Okay.
Oh, my God.
Let me say this here. when it comes to Jesus, we know.
I had to go straight.
We know there's a lot of people.
What you put some coke in there or something?
Ain't no way you can fucking no scotch with something.
No, you don't mix.
Nah, you wrong.
No, I ain't put no. I'm saying no ice.
Oh.
When it come to Jesus, man.
I've been to say you done fucked up now.
It is obvious.
You done fucked up.
Where y'all see damn coke at?
Right? Oh, this shit.
I ain't know if you had a little.
That goddamn Whataburger.
Yeah.
That's been your cup the whole time.
Right?
Cup is.
We ain't promoting you Whataburger unless you pay.
Exactly.
Right there, you have to.
We're not trying to be.
Even though your burger good to the motherfucker.
Yeah. Some people will say, hold on.
The best burger.
Stop the recording. Who the best burger?
You saying Whataburger?
Who you topping it with?
Yeah, when you compare it to McDonald's and Burger King, yeah,
Who you topping it with?
Yeah, whatever. I mean, I guess that's
good
good
burger from Chili's.
Is that? No.
From Chili's.
We're talking about chain.
Yeah, we talking fast
Chili's
food.
not a chain?
Not like this. We're talking about a fast food chain.
What Chili's?
We're talking about a fast food.
We're talking about a billion syrup type shit.
Yeah, we're talking
I
about a
prefer Whop over Whataburger, me personally. But that's just
So now we didn't change the subject to food?
But
no, what we finna do is condemn this bitch from the podcast.
once again,
That nigga said you like the Whataburger. the Whopper. You like the Whopper better?
No, I ain't.
Hell no.
I ain't had no Whataburger since we had one. Remember? And I don't know when that was.
Out of the Whopper and the Whataburger.
30 years. Now, I take a Whataburger over a Whopper.
Nah, what you think?
Shit, Whataburger, obviously.
But I ain't saying Whataburger.
I'm bringing it back, Cliff.
Okay, who you?
I'm bringing it back.
Who you say?
I'm bringing it back,
Who you saying
Cliff.
is better than Whataburger?
That nigga voted off the podcast.
Entertain.
I take Shake Shack's burger over Whataburger.
Ain't that burger whack.
I don't like
Talking about the little smash burger?
Yeah, that shit whack.
Not Smash Burger. Smash Burger is his own.
But
Five Guys is his own.
I take Five Guys over Whataburger.
Now, with that one, I'll give you some credit.
goddamn.
That's a good answer.
Oh, goddamn. What is that? What
But
you just said?
Subjective.
I didn't say Smash.
Who you
I
said?
said Shake Shack.
Oh, you might well say it's Smash. That's whack.
Yeah. But anyway.
I'm bringing it back.
But he don't want to vote him off the podcast.
Yeah, I know. That's why my hand in there.
We're not talking about that. No vote. No vote.
Nuh-uh, nigga. You voted. This is pussy songs all over again. Pussy songs all over again.
God damn.
Yeah, you voted off. Shake Shack.
Anyway.
The fuck out of here.
People gonna watch this and they're gonna enjoy this conversation.
Yeah.
And they're gonna say we were blasphemous about it. Probably.
Some people gonna say
some
that.
people are.
But at the
That's-
end
that's
of the
an
day,
opinion.
man,
But that wasn't the intention.
It wasn't the intention.
And I tell you what, y'all subscribe, like, comment on this shit. Tell me what y'all think.
Oh, it's gonna be
we
more.
wanna
Y'all-
hear it.
Y'all
It's
tell
gonna
me.
be more to
we
come.
want to hear it.
Tell me what side you pick, and then tell me why. Don't tell me because it's Jesus. Pick what story. And I tell you what I'm gonna put on now, I'm gonna go through the list. I'm gonna go through the Bible. I'm gonna go through my slave documentary, and I'm gonna put them side by side. And you tell me which one. And you be honest with yourself. Don't bullshit.
Well, the thing is, we don't want
bullshit.
you to feel like, because we never say something about Jesus, everybody getting, You know, you gotta keep your open mind and say,
That's right.
You know, and trust and believe. Nobody's disrespecting Jesus. in
No.
this whole
Not at all.
conversation.
No.
It's not
He
all
is a
intent.
higher power than what we ever know.
Yeah.
All we're saying is the conversation is what's worse,
Exactly.
Jesus issue or slavery.
Not to mention, we all agree on the sacrificial part of it.
Yeah.
So
We're not
that's-
talking about the sacrifice.
Nah,
Exactly.
We're talking about the suffering.
We
There you go.
understand.
So I tell you what, we finna move along to the fly ass subject that we have every week now. We just started last week. 2 weeks ago. We just started. You niggas is wild.
You niggas
You
is wild.
niggas is wild.
Wow.
So y'all check this shit out.